Hi guys, I'm back with my sister Taryn, who is going off to college this year, and she is wanting to up her makeup game. What are you thinking? What were you wanting to learn specifically?
I want to do like natural glam, but like have enough makeup to where it looks like I'm presentable, but not too much makeup.
Okay. Would you say like my everyday makeup or my going out?
Going like a natural going out.
Okay. Okay, so what are your favorite tones on your eyes?
I don't do eyeshadow.
Okay, so we're gonna learn eyeshadow.
And then I
foundation.
also don't know
Shades.
the difference between cream bronzer, like a contour versus bronzer. I don't know that.
That's a good point. We'll definitely talk about that. And then, is your skin, tell them, is your skin oily, dry, or combination?
I think it just like depends where on my face. So I definitely say combination because right here it's very oily on my nose and my chin's dry.
Okay. So T-zone is oily until chin, and then you're dry.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Let's get started. So Taryn was just telling me that she has been using the... Right, you have been, or you just bought it?
I just bought it.
She just bought... Did you buy the purple one?
Yes.
One?
Yes.
So she just bought the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, which is amazing, especially for drier skin.
It doesn't look like that. What is that?
And that's just a travel size.
Oh, okay.
Because I went to Montana, so I had a travel size, but I didn't end up opening it. So I'm going to return that, get a full size, and then we're going to use this one today, which y'all have seen a lot in my videos as of late.
What's that?
This is the Ilia, the Base Face Milk. It's a lightweight moisturizer, barrier renewal complex. Basically, it's just like, I think it's a great light moisturizer to kind of, if you, let's just say like right now, you put on moisturizer this morning, but it's midday at this point. So we're going to just add this to your skin as a nice like skin prep for your makeup. So one thing that we talk to our clients about, especially our brides, is that skin prep is going to be one of the most important parts to making your makeup look flawless and last all night. So that'll be the same for any day. So that's why not only do we want to prevent wrinkles and aging, but we also can just make our makeup look a lot better if we just take care of our skin. So that will be one of the biggest advices I have for you, is making sure, even if you have a late night going out with your friends while you're away, make sure you take your makeup off every night and really hydrate your skin. Alright, so we're going to prep for eyeshadow. This is something that you can get an eyeshadow primer, or you can just get a concealer that you're already going to use. I like to put it on my hand, but this might be the makeup artist in me. So you can just like put it on your brush or literally use
On my eyelid.
this, but you don't want to do too much. That's the thing. So I think that's why I like doing it on my hand for my eyeshadow prep, is because I can just get a little bit on the brush, and then I will have my eyes closed just like you, and then I'll just kind of brush this all over my lid, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to zoom in so that way they can see it. Close your eye for me. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want it to be thick, and you don't want any like super harsh lines. And as soon as you're done putting it on with one of your eyeshadow brushes, you can go ahead and buff it out. And that's why I said it doesn't have to be perfect. This will kind of get all of the extra product off and move it to the places that we didn't immediately put our dense brush that had the concealer on it at first. So I'm just like roughly going over her eyelid, and she would do this to herself. So I do kind of like circles, and then to the top, just windshield wiper, circles, windshield wipers. Windshield wipers are back and forth. Circles are obviously circles.
Right.
Okay, so eyes are prepped, and this is super great because now you can put your eyeshadow on, and it's going to stick all night, and it's going to be super easy to blend if you follow these steps. Okay, so the next step will be to put a base eyeshadow all over your lid. So we're going to do something that can easily be used for all like tones on your eyes. So today we're going to do something on the neutral side, but if you wanted to change it up and do pinky tones, we could do that too. This palette obviously has been through it.
Right.
Here you guys go. So this is almost gone.
It is gone. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
There's like a
There's a
little bit
corner.
left. There's a corner.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a shade that is not too far off from your skin tone or a little bit lighter. So that's what you'd want to start with. We're gonna start with a good base with a somewhat dense, fluffier brush. I start right because this shade's gonna be the lightest shade we're gonna use right now. I start at the most inner corner as I can and then do circles to the outside. We want this to go all the way up to the brow. Like I said, this isn't too much different from her skin tone. And we could do a white here and then kind of blend that in, and then we would darken it up if we needed to near the eyebrow. But today she wants natural. I don't foresee her using a lot of super bright tones on her eyes just because she likes that natural look.
I have like the Naked 2 and 3 palette, but it's probably expired.
Yeah, this might be a fun palette. Okay. I'm going to show you guys this palette because this you can do something similar. You could use this on the inner corner and still do the circle motions and blend it all the way across the eyelid. And then you can start going in with this one. And then if you want to go darker, you go in with these. I'm not quite there yet with the other palette, but just so you guys have a visual of what like a pinky toned would look like. And of course you can make it more pink by adding this and then pop it with shimmers right here. Okay, keeping it more natural. I don't want to use this because that's going to be pretty dark, so we're going to go in with these two.
What?
Okay, so this is what I was showing them. We're going in with these two, and I think that would be good. We can even tap into this lighter one.
These two?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll start here.
So these
are... We'll do shimmer too. So this is going to be our darker color. It's going to be, you're doing like a soft brown eyeshadow. We're going to start as close as we can to your lash line at the bottom, and then do little circles, tiny circles, going up until you hit where your brow bone or the crease is, and then that's when we'll take it and do little circles again, but we're stopping halfway on the eye. So we don't want to come into that brighter color because that'll take the depth away and can darken up the eyes a little too much. And then to like blend it out, I just do a couple little windshield wipers. Same thing on this side. Close. Starting at the lash line, doing like a little motion, and then circles going up to the crease, stopping halfway. And then windshield wipers to blend that in. This was a different eyeshadow brush. This was the smaller of the two. So I would recommend having at least two eyeshadow brushes as well. We know the girl loves her shimmer, so we're going to add some shimmer. I love this palette specifically because it has great shimmer shades. Obviously, I've used them a lot. Even this is really pretty on the outside, which I might do just so she can kind of see. So I'll do this one on the inside, and then I might tap into this on the outside. So this one I'm using, this is actually probably a brush that you have because it came in that palette years ago. I've had it for so long. It's a flat brush, and then this side's a denser flat brush. So I'm going in with the not as dense one first for the light shimmer shade. Close your eye. Eyes. Yeah, since you have two. Okay, so I'm doing tap, tap, tap. You can start in the middle and work your way towards the inside, or you can start the inside and work your way to the middle. Either will work. You just don't want to take it too far over with the brighter one. If you only wanted to wear a little bit of shimmer, you could take your fluffy brush and just buff it out in the middle, going like a little bit more to the outside so you don't have like a hard line from where the shimmer starts and ends. But I'm gonna, like I said, use now the denser part and tap into this brown shade that has shimmer to it as well. And I'm going to take it super close to the lash line and do windshield wipers and buff that up a little bit. And then once it's buffed out, then kind of use that to blend the other shimmer in with it. Do you have any questions so far
No,
with the eyeshadow?
not yet.
Okay. So you could also use your highlight if you have a highlight palette. Like the Dior Glow Face is so pretty to do this with. You could use the white or the gold on the inside and then use that brown
I
on
don't
the
use
outside.
that if I put on eyeshadow.
Super pretty.
I use the tan or the brown.
Yeah, super, super pretty. So I'm just going to blend whatever that, the very top out. Just like that. And I see this side has a little bit, so go a little bit on this side, a little bit on this side. Okay, and then she's going to want me to be done with her eyes, so it's not any darker than that. Okay, next up, we're going to go in with our concealer. I'm going to use the Natasha Denona concealer. And if I were you, and this was your concealer, because you are working out of your own kit for this, I would just swipe and give yourself a couple little swipes, as what I'm doing is with. What I'm doing is with the brush, do this with this.
Okay.
So your first swipe would be like right here. And then the other one here. So it's really not that much product. Just so y'all know. Not too much. And then we're going to just highlight your T-zone a little bit. Keeping your freckles, because I feel like that's going to make you feel like you don't look too different.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to like carve your cheeks just a little bit and take away any like redness in this area. And then you have a little blemish right there. And just so cover that up with, and we can even do a little bit on your chin, but not too much since you said your chin was drier. So, and then now I'm using the rest of the brush, which at this point you would take a brush, not this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to just blend this out into where I want the coverage under your eyes. I did recently learn not to go all the way up with the concealer under the eyes from Kellyanne. I don't know if you follow her or not. Do you follow her?
No.
Anyways,
Sorry.
No, no, I was just curious because she has like
sorry.
a...
She's watching this, I'm sorry.
Oh. If she's watching this...
You're famous.
Yeah. But no, she is like an influencer, like a beauty influencer.
Okay.
She does do clients as well, but I feel like her following on Instagram, we went to her class and there was probably more everyday girls than makeup artists there.
That's cool.
So anyway, so I'm just blending this out now. I don't want to give you too much coverage because you don't want that. But anywhere that you think you would need concealer, just go light. It's easier to add than take away, which I always tell my clients. So if they want any changes at the end, it's no problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
I can do either, but I usually do go on the lighter side than what we talked about, just because it's easier for me to add on than take off. Alright, so now that we've done her concealer, we'll go ahead and put some foundation on. I'm just going to do one pump of the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. And you can just do like little pumps all over your face or however you want to put it on. I'm going to use that brush that we use for concealer for your foundation to go ahead and get that on your skin. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, we probably could have done just like a half pump. But just since I know you don't like a ton of coverage. So I'm just going to buff this in. Add a little bit more on your chin. So I'm going light around your nose, but we'll put some just because I know you want your freckles showing through. And then add a little bit more on your forehead. And then just blend this in. I'm using this like denser, super soft brush. It's like a Mario dupe from Amazon. Which I have that whole pack, the whole dupe pack, and I really do like all of them.
Makeup by Mario.
If you just type in, these are called Jessup, but if you type in makeup by Mario dupe brushes, or makeup by Mario brushes on Amazon, they probably will show up. Okay, so we were going to discuss the difference between bronzer and contour, and basically contour is shadowing your face, and so you would put a contour that would typically be a little bit more on the cooler side than a bronzer, because bronzing is warming the face, and then the contour you would use something that looked more like a shadow, so something that's like more taupe rather than more warm brown. Right now I'm using the cream in the Patrick Tall, which you have something similar, and I'm starting at your hairline, and I just do like a couple of taps, basically to peak of your cheekbone down, but you don't want to take this brush too crazy because you don't want your whole cheek to be orange. So it's really important to just kind of keep this in the right area. You don't want to go too crazy with your bronzer. Keep it very tight. So yeah, I just do some circles once I get it in the right spot. After I like do a few taps of where I want it, I just do some circles, but I use like the top of the brush to keep it all in one area.
Okay.
And then I bring it into the ears, which will make your makeup game look better, because it's not gonna be like, oh, just her makeup's done, like she's always on point, because she's not missing anything. And then you take those circles from your ears down to your jawline, and then just kind of like add a little bit more to your jaw, and that will just give you an extra snatch. Yeah. And some people do choose to do like some contour on the nose, but I don't think you need it. You have a cute nose already. I'm gonna actually use this fluffy side of my brush and just make sure that it's well blended. So for this, I'll just start the very end of where it was and do circles up into the hairline just to buff it out. And then you might want to go in with the powder now, and this will just sing. Keep it super confined and just put it lightly where you think you want it. Just go over it one more time with the powder. Kind of sets the cream, but having that cream underneath still keeps that dewy look. Layering the makeup will also help it just last all night, and just looks better. I can tell the difference between like this makeup and just throwing on like 4 products, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Even though both have their time and place and both can look really pretty.
Right.
What kind of blush do you normally like to go for? Do you like something super pink? Do you like it more like mauve or what?
I have a really pink Selena Gomez Rare Beauty.
You like pink?
Yes, but I also like the light, like a really light, like a baby pink. See, that's probably the color of my Rare Beauty one.
Okay, well, it's summer. You're wearing a bright orange. I think let's go for it. So for this, I do the same exact thing. So really, we're just tapping into it, getting a little bit on the brush, because a little does go a very long way with blush especially. So I'm going to start it on the cheekbones and kind of just tap it back. And you can decide how far in you like it. So some people like a really pink apple of the cheek, you know, right here. Oh. This is like the apple of your cheek.
Why?
I don't know. That's just what they say. I'm not sure. And then some people really want it to stick just on the cheekbones.
I put it everywhere.
Yeah. Do you have blush blindness, would you say?
No, I think I'm very cautious. Yeah, like I don't want to put a lot on. Like I do of my Rare Beauty one, I take it out of the tube, wipe it off before I put it on, and then I just do like one dot on each side. But I definitely like to look pink.
Yeah.
But not vibrant.
You like to look sun-kissed.
Yeah, I like to look like I'm blushing.
Like a slight sunburn.
Yes.
Just like a little sunburn.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you caught that, but I went in with this fluffy brush just to like push like and blend a little bit, so it's not too bright. And then I actually brought it up into your temples a little, and then right on my nose. Yeah. And we're gonna do that same thing with this brush, and we're gonna use the end just like we did on the bronzer. So super easy, and we'll go with the powder. We'll kind of do the same thing, but just make sure you go super light, especially with the powders. Because the creams move really easily, and the powders aren't like set in stone forever, but they're going to be harder to move once they're on. And then you can use the like fluffy part to just buff it out. Okay. And then we'll just do some highlight real quick.
For like powders, what's the point of baking the face? Like some people leave like a lot of powder on for a while, and some people just like press powder into their face and then they move on.
Right. So if you're baking, you're using a like really bright powder,
like the white powders.
Yeah, and so that is going to, like you had said earlier, like help like snatch your face. So a lot of people will do it here. They might do it here, under the eyes. And I'm sure there's a lot of different reasons why people like to do that. The reasons why I don't do that, so I feel like it looks a lot more heavy when people do that, and then it also looks a little dry to me. Like people do it when they want to be matte. Okay. But if that's the look you're going for, then there's absolutely no problem with doing it. It's just a different look than what I think you would go for and what I typically do for my clients who are more natural. So I have like, okay, so let's just say I have a translucent powder. I don't know where it is.
What's a translucent powder?
Basically, like hardly any color to it.
Oh, is that what
it's just like mattifying.
Because I have
lock set. You have it?
Yeah, and I don't know what to do with it.
Well, you can use it like in this instance. Like you don't, since you are like more dry and only oily in your T-zone, we can do this part as if it's a translucent powder.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tap into the powder, and a translucent is gonna have, most likely it's gonna be like a loose powder, and it's gonna have a lot more movement. Mm. So you won't need to like tap it. You'll just literally tap, and so you can just like pat your makeup to just set it, lock it in.
Okay.
Where you get more oily, or if you decide to wear liner or like do a darker eye or do lashes, you might want to go under your eyes with it, but super lightly, because the more product you have, the more likely it is to sit in fine lines. So you don't have any of those at this point, but just know in the future. And yeah, you could also, if you were going to bake your face, you could do a harsh line here, you let it sit, and then you blend it all out, and it just makes it look more like matte, and it just looks more like pageant style to me.
Right.
I think that for your skin, we can do the airbrush flawless filter setting spray. I feel like this setting spray just like melts the makeup together. But if you were to use the setting spray like this one size, your makeup is staying all day, all night. It's matte. It's a lot. Like, it's like not moving.
But is that the one that like makes your nose like burn?
It's a strong smell. I don't know if it makes my nose burn, but
Well, I feel like it might like tingle my nose or something, because like
maybe
this smells so strong.
This smell is very strong. Okay.
It's not a bad smell.
Well, Taryn did tell me that she wanted me to trim her eyebrows, so I just put this Rare Beauty gel in. I don't know what she wants me to trim, but we're gonna go for it.
They're like overgrown
on the outsides,
like everywhere, I feel. But I also am very insecure about my eyebrows.
I don't know why. It's probably like one of your best qualities.
Lucky. Thanks, but... Well, I always pluck them, and then I feel like I might make them look bad or something. And also, like,
do you want the front trimmed or no? Because you just brush them over.
No, I need to. I need it all trimmed. Because when I go to college, I'm not getting these things trimmed. Unless I'm going to that spa thing. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Would not recommend getting your eyebrows trimmed there. Thank you for watching our how to do my makeup because I'm going off to college video. Let us know if you have any questions. Anything to add, Taryn?
Thanks for watching.
Bye!